I'm Joe, and welcome to Swaziland. Three interesting facts about Swaziland. Swaziland is still a monarchy. It's kind of like the US in the sense that they have a king who kind of presides over everything. I don't know who their founding king was, but for everyone in the United States, ours was George Washington. The second big thing is that they've run into a problem with overgrazing because they rely so much on livestock and such and cattle that it's actually started to create sinkholes all over their country because the ground and the soil can't stay together. The roots of the plants aren't holding it up. It's not like a normal ground. It actually holds it up, whereas everything else it kind of pulls down. Think stalactites, not stalagmites. Third big thing is, unlike the US, if I was 6 years old, I could get a job in Swaziland and I could help pay for things around my house, which I think is a really good thing because it teaches children to be productive, have personal responsibility, all the usual. I don't feel bad for the kids that get their fingers sliced off if they're busy stealing things. I don't feel bad at all about that. So child labor is real big up there, and like I said, I just think that's a very important issue we've lost sight of in the United States. Ever since that terrible book came out, really it's more of a horror fiction novel than a real factual piece. It was written in the early 1900s, and it was some dude who went around to factories and little kids would lose their arms in the meat grinders and all that stuff, and it's like, yeah, but maybe they should have been safer around those mechanical, the dangerous equipment. Just because they're there doesn't mean they can treat it like a jungle gym. And I think Swaziland is in a similar position as the United States was in the early 1900s. We still had kings. They've got a king. I think everything lines up pretty well to Swaziland basically being equivalent to early 1900s United States. Although I've heard that a delicacy over there is baby elephant, whereas in the United States we prefer the bodies of Indians and Native Americans rather than an innocent baby elephant. And that's been my geography. Visit us next week when we go to China. I'm Joe, and that was my geography. Is that terrible enough? I could say some more.